already. Yeah, this promises to be great. Hey, Lukman, oh, Lukman, bro, how you did? Thanks. So sorry, I needed to have called you. Thank you so much for showing up. Yeah, talking about is that 2 weeks ago or so, or 3 weeks ago? Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate. And congratulations. I think I saw something on the flash like that. Either it was an email or a WhatsApp on that stuff. You won. Congratulations. Great. Happy for you. I think it was one of my busy moments, so I couldn't go, but I noted it. Took mental notes. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Yeah, guys. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. Wow. Today promises to be hot to networking and your net worth. Even me. I'm really eager to learn because I mean, like I usually try to do, the guest is subject matter expert when it comes to these issues. Let me ensure that I'm not disturbed. Not disturbed. The subject matter expert. So yeah, promises to be great. Hey, Oshofura Biodun. Is that doctor? Wow, doctor, how are you? Yeah, request to be in your life. Okay. Let me check your request now. So I'm bringing, yes, I'm bringing Dr. John Mukoro live. Abiodun, bro, thank you so much, brother, for joining. Hey, the doctor. Mukoro doctor.
Well done.
How you doing?
Well done,
It's good to be
I'm fine.
seeing the face of the next minister or president of Nigeria.
Oh,
Once they announce your name
that
like
was not
this,
revealed to
anytime
you
that
by,
happens, once they
that was
announce your
not,
name, anytime that happens,
that
like I
was
go
not,
just point to this live session, say, before you been there, we've been know, when you don't forget your job.
yeah, yeah, yes, so,
How you do? How's
well, sir.
everything? Guys, please, let's
Fine,
tell
sir.
people around us we have started live. Live is on already. Rihanna, I don't know if you can screenshot or how can you alert people in our group. Okay, so we are live. Tell guys we are live because we'll be hitting the ground running now. 1 hour is not enough for today's discussion, so I want us to really be mindful of time and try to make the most of it. So welcome, Dr. Mukoro. Let me start by saying thank you for honoring my invite to be at this live session with me today. For me, relationship is very key, and I quite appreciate that you spend the time, even in your tight political and governance schedule, to be here. I would also like to appreciate everyone that has joined so far. Let me assure you that you are in for a great time today. I mean, no kidding at all. In for a great time because even the topic today, I have my notepad here because I know this guy very well. I'm sure he will drop a lot of nuggets that even me, I would use. I mean, I'll find very useful. So I have my notepad and my pen here to be jotting things down. I want to be jotting things down. And I hope that you also write out there you are set for this. Because trust me, today, I can 100% guarantee you that you are going to live with very valuable things that is worth much more. I mean, worth a lot of money, but you'll be getting it for free. So tell people around you to join. We'll go straight into it. Welcome, Dr. John Mukoro. John Mukoro if I just, without reading his profile, if I just want to introduce him, I would say he's a multi-dimensional person, multifaceted, but very big and strong on networking. Very big and strong on networking. So he's a real estate entrepreneur. He does a couple of things under the real estate bracket, and he's a where you say network marketing or personal marketing or experiential marketing expert. I mean, all his life, he's a born marketer. He breathes, he lives, and he lives it. Okay. I think our path crossed when he attended our program. A friend of his invited him. I can't forget the story of that day. Kashmir called you in class, and I think you appeared that same day in the class. That I'm around the corner now. You can't be doing this, and I don't know. And he attended our program, and since then, I mean, we've maintained that relationship. He's ex-banker as well, ex-banker, and a lot of things. A lot of belts, on his waist, really. The guy has a lot. And currently, I know he's been pursuing some high level kind of training and networking in the last 1 year plus, right? Mukoro, in the last 1 year plus. I'm sure he will tell us, and because of the event, we'll even talk more about that. The last 1 year plus is going through some high level kind of training, that's I know that this guy in another 5-10 years, I'm just too sure. I'm just too sure. That's why I'm doing this live now, and I will keep it as a record. I'm filing it. So welcome. Thank you for joining us, Dr. John Mukoro. You're welcome to this platform. And maybe you just want to say one or two things to just our viewers that are here right now doing the live, and those that will be watching thereafter anyways. Yeah.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Debo. And good afternoon, everybody that is present in this live session. My work is very simple this afternoon. You said we'll be talking about networking for real estate.
No, not just
right?
for real estate business. Networking strategies to grow your net worth. Yeah. Networking strategies to grow your network. That's the topic. So it cuts across networking strategies for life, more or less, to grow one's network in life. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, joining here.
So I start by telling you an encounter I had about 16 years ago. And that singular encounter changed my entire life. So I was working in the bank, Fidelity Bank. So I was already three years into bank. So on this faithful day, back 3 years, I've noticed that the work was becoming so routine, going to work and doing the same thing every day. I was practically getting tired, but I had to stay because I was paying my bill. So on this particular day, I was in the banking hall, the bank Asaba, when I saw Professor Pat Utomi walk into the banking hall. So he banks with Fidelity Bank in Lagos. He's from Delta, so he's back home. He needed to do the transaction, and he walks into Fidelity Bank Asaba. Immediately, I spotted him. I got up from my seat and I walked straight to him. And I said, "Sir, my name is John Koro. I have followed you from afar. I want to be like." He looked at me. He was so impressed. To cut a long story short, he invited me to see his house, gave me a date, and I saw him home at Ibuzo. He spent about 4 hours with me. the summary of that encounter was this. He told me to invest in 3 things. And those 3 things I have held very dear to myself in the last 16 years. He told me, John, you must invest in 3 things. And number 1, he said, invest in personal development. He said, everywhere you go to in life, you take yourself there. So you have a responsibility to yourself to make sure that you develop this yourself that move around everywhere. He said they can develop yourself by reading books, anything, any venture that you have an opportunity to learn from. Make sure you go for that venture. Read books. Be deliberate and intentional in developing yourself. Somebody said, when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. So I have heard this topic of personal development. It has to do with your being a graduate, having masters, PhD. Personal development is personal growth, and you have to be deliberate and intentional about it. The number 2 thing he asked me to invest in, he said, you must also invest in meaningful relationship. He said, no man goes to the top except another man takes him there.
What?
So he also said you must be deliberate and intentional in building yourself to the top by developing and building very meaningful and valuable relationship. I held on to that also. The last thing he told me, he said, you must invest in mentorship. He said, anything you want to become in life, anything, there is somebody else that has become that thing. All you need to do is to look for that person and model after that person. I heard onto these 3 nuggets. I've run with them in the last 16 years. And they are so, when people ask me, John Mukoro, how do you do these things? I just have one simple answer. And I tell them it is garbage in, garbage out. What you decide to feed yourself with daily will reflect over time in your life. And the kind of person, I'm such a person that I believe that I always ask this question in my session. The readings, the learning that you undertake every day, how has this changed your life? If your learning is not changing your life positively, then it becomes a waste of time. So I'm a very practical person. When I read something, I try to see how I can put it into practice and how it can inform better my life. So the topic of today is how to build meaningful, how to network well to raise your net worth. So if there are people, these things are natural things. 100% of your, for the business people who are here, 100% of your customers are
exactly.
people.
100%.
100% of the employees, they are people. 100%.
So we're having, John, we seem to be having a problem with the network. We seem to be having a problem with the network, but I would just crave the indulgence of people that I'm hearing him well here, but I understand that network has been poor lately. So I very much hear, but I would just say be patient, get the most that you can. If it's not totally clear at your hand, by the time we post it, you will be able to catch up better. But I think we can just have to make do with this because this is the best network we can get for now, unfortunately. Just to say that, sorry to cut you, I wanted to, because people have been complaining. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was saying that 100% of your customers are people, 100% of your products are people, your employees, your clients, they are people, 100% of them are people. So if you don't understand people, if you don't know how to relate to people, there is definitely no way you can be in
You know what?
business.
Fantastic. Just pause there. I would suggest that you probably end it and join again to see if we have a better audio. Or can you, do you know where you are if there may be better signal in some other?
So I am using my Wi-Fi. Maybe I will put up the Wi-Fi and use my MTN.
Yes. Quickly do
okay.
that while we are waiting. Once you join again, just send me an invite. I'll bring you in again. I think that should be better so that people can have the benefit of it. I'll hold it down whilst you are doing that. Yes. So whilst we expect Dr. Mokoro to just change his option so that we can really, because he's already dropping some very fantastic nuggets, sharing how he met Professor Pat, who told me about 16 years ago, and how he has impacted him, invited him to his house, I think country home, had like 4 hours with him and gave him some very useful advice for his life journey. And he shared a number of those things already. I mean, 3 major things that he said have stayed with him. I mean, the fact that he said, you know what, anywhere you are going to go to, any place you are going to get to, it is people that will take you there. Yeah, it is people that will take you there. And 100% of your customers are people. 100% of your clients or your staffs are people. Do you understand? It is people you get to relate with. So I think he's here. He's back again. Great. He's back again. I'm sure. Yes, I'll be bringing him in. Let's hope that it will be better this time. I want to trust that it will be better this time, so we can just continue. Expecting him to come in now. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Please tell us, guys, if it is clearer now. I believe it sounds clearer to me already, but let's go on. Great. Thank you so much. We're talking about 100% of your customers are people, 100% of your staff are people. Wherever you want to get to in life, it is people that will take you there.
Yes, so you must know that in every business you do, in anything you do, it all revolves around people. So you must be a people's person. You must know how to relate with people. Most of the things we do have to do with figures, numbers. How many people? See, I always say that meeting people and connecting with people are 2 different things. Meeting people and connecting. I try not to just meet people. When I meet people, I go the extra mile to connect with them.
Fantastic. Meeting people,
I go the extra
with them
mile.
are 2 different things. Please tell us, break it down.
They are two different things. Meeting people and connecting with people are 2 different things. So when I meet people, I try as much as possible to connect with them, to leave a part of me with them. Because the numbers of people you meet and connect with every day will definitely increase your net worth in the long run. I want to give you, networking can also be seen as knocking on the door before you know what is inside the room.
Exactly.
Knocking on the door before you know what is inside the room. I'll give you a simple example. When I was in the bank in Asaba, I was banking the then Deputy Senate President.
Oh, wow.
I left banking, he left Delta State government, he became senator, and he became Deputy Senate President, number 4 man in Nigeria. And I was thinking, how do I contribute to this new position that this man has attained? What did I do? By the time I traveled, I got some leadership books, 300 copies of them, 300 copies, and I sent them to Abuja. I flew in, took the books myself, went to the National Assembly, and handed them over to him. My vision, I bought 200 copies. Then the leader who has no title, by Robin Sharma, I bought 100 copies, making 300. I carried them, I took them to Abuja. I handed them over to him, and I told him that this is my contribution to the Nigerian dream. That he should give to his fellow senators, to his staff, read and see. He was very surprised. What did he do? He wrote me an official letter appreciating the kind gesture. And I left. I wasn't anticipating anything. A year later, I went for the short course at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies. Just 1 month course. That's March last year. I went for the short course. While I was in the short course, I noticed that there was also the senior executive course. I saw DIG Frank Umba in that class. I saw about 15 colonels from the army. I saw about 35 permanent secretaries. I saw about 100 of them, top Nigerians. They were running a 1-year course in the same school called the senior executive course. And I was asking myself, I would love to be part of this senior executive course also. Yes. Then what did I do? I was lying down in my room one day, and somebody called me and said, the director general of the school was in the staff club. I got up, got dressed, picked up one of my books, and I went to him. And I said, good day, sir. My name is John Mukoro. Then he was really appointed. My name is John Mukoro. Welcome to the institute. I just tried to familiarize myself. And I gave him that book. He gave me his number. And we became friends. And we got talking. We became friends. You understand? When I was leaving the school, when I finished my 1 month course, I wrote some recommendation of what I think the school should do. One of them, he was very impressed with. He called me and he said he will be coming to Lagos. That I should meet him up. I met him in what's it called? What's the name of this hotel in somewhere in Ikoyi?
Which of them?
Southern Sun. I know they've changed the name to something else. Southern Sun Hotel in Ikoyi. I know they've changed the name. While we were there, he told me something. He said, John, I will want you to come for the senior executive course next year. Now listen. He said, I said, networking is knocking on the door before you know what's inside the room. You need more than yourself to help yourself.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Understand? So he said, I will need you to come for the senior executive course, but I will need somebody to recommend you to the presidency. That it is only from the presidencies that you can be recommended to attend that course. So if you know anybody in Nigeria that can recommend to the presidency,
tell him.
Then Tell the person to recommend you. What did I do? I picked up the phone and I called Omar Agege, the deputy Senate president.
Oh God.
And
whoa.
That was how it happened. That was exactly how it happened. He didn't blink an eye. He immediately recommended me. Let me tell you something. And that's how I am currently in the senior executive 45. We start January, we are ending next month.
Share with me.
November.
You share with us some. Sorry to stop. Yeah. You share with us the caliber of people that you are in the same class with, and how you have also networked there. Because I know you can't be in that kind of class, and you never don't collect a lot of. You have connected a great level. That's what when you announce you, I don't know you.
From the public sector, we have about 35 permanent secretaries, and we have about 8 ambassadors. We have about 10 colonels from the army who become general by federal. Yeah. We have about 15 commissioners of police. So I came in private sector. We have about 100 in the class. Now, in the course of this 1 year, we've gone to different countries in Africa and outside the country for the tours. And as a matter of fact, I'll be in China by next week for 2 weeks for another study tour. So you are seeing what relationship has brought me. And of course, if I'm telling you, I can begin to imagine the kind of relationship I have built with these 100 people in this 1 year. Before this class, I was telling Mr. Debo that I have seen that in this area, just find yourself in the right association and that is it. So the point is that there's something called emotional bank account. Concept of emotional bank account. When you open an account in the bank, what happens? You are either depositing or you are withdrawing. So the more you deposit, the more you have to withdraw.
Yeah.
You understand? The more you withdraw, the more you exhaust the account and you have nothing to withdraw. A simple example, Mr. Debo, if your sister's daughter comes to your house on holiday, and before you wake up in the morning, the young lady has cleaned the house, swept the house, washed the plate, cleaned every bit, the kids, and does that money every day. Do you know what she's doing? She's depositing into your emotional.
By the time she's going, she has to go with a lot of goodies.
What will be going on in your mind? You'll just be thinking of that day that you will be going back to school. And you already calculate because you have deposited enough. So in building relations, when you meet people for the first time, ask yourself, what can I deposit? The problem we have is that we get into relationship. Our relationship these days are too transactional.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Are we together? Our relationship these days are too transactional. Very transactional. How many times have you called somebody? Or how many times has somebody called you and said, oh, Mr. Debo, I am just calling to check on you. Just calling to know what you are doing. I am just calling to be sure that you are fine. The most of the calls that we receive are calls to say, Alpha, how is the business? Have you paid the money? Have you received the money? They are not transactional. We must begin move from that level to start developing deeper relationship. The best way to meet people is to leave them owing you.
Repeat that. Repeat that.
The best way to meet and to leave people is to leave them owing you.
That's nuggets.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Do you understand? It is not about how many people you know. It's about how many people know you. Yes. It's not about how many people you know. How many of them know you? When I got into this class, when I got into a class of 100 people, the first thing I did was to make sure that I got every single name of every single person in the class. Not just first name, second name. I got it. So from the second, third week, I was calling everybody by name. You must know that the sweetest sound, yes, the sweetest sound in every man's ear is the sound of his name.
Whoa.
Yes. See, that the fact is that man by nature is selfish. If you take a photograph of 7, 8 people, once you look at that picture, where does your eye go to first?
Yourself now. Yourself.
It's yourself.
Yeah.
It's yourself. So when you go and you are able to call them by name, to connect with them, spend time with them, ask them about themselves. People like to hear when you talk about them. Do you understand? So I always make it. Do you know when I got to this class, I can say, but I didn't post this flyer in the class group, so I know that most of them are not here. But let me tell you something. From January to date, I told myself that every single person that will celebrate birthday in this class, I will personally give the person a gift. So I like perfume. So I noticed whenever somebody is celebrating, and I go to the person's apartment and I said, this is your birthday gift. There is one thing that is always common with all of them.
What's that?
And let me tell you, that thing is, they will say, oh, thank you, Dr. Mukoro. Of everybody in this class, you are the only person that gave.
Man, you are scoring points, man.
That is the response I get. And these people, I have 15 people in my class. When they leave here, they will be head of service in 15 different states.
Head of service.
Yes. Because usually they bring the most senior permanent in the state to this place. Once you leave head of service. What do I do for training? And I have 15 friends. I have 15 friends who are head of service, who will be head of service in 15 different states.
The product that everybody needs, and I mean, they can't get enough of people. Wow.
And do you understand? Do you understand? So that is what we are talking about. How deliberate are you? You meet people every day. How many of them connect every day?
Exactly. It's not about the number of people you meet. It is the number of people you connect with. And not the people you know. It is the people that know you.
Listen, it's a game of number. When you just know that this every business is a game of number, you act differently. You behave, you change your attitude towards people. Let me tell you something. They say we have 25 million people in Lagos on the average. Also, on the average, there is a 1,000 naira consumption by everybody in Lagos. We have 25 million people in Lagos, and one person on the average consume 1,000 naira every day. It means that every day in Lagos, there is a 25 billion naira consumption. The question is this: how much of that figure comes to you every day?
Exactly. I ask people in real estate these questions all the time. All the time. How much of this business comes to
you every day? How much of that person to you every day? The function of the relationship you build with these 25 million people. So why deliberate and intentional about building?
Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this so that we can start to, streamline our discussion. Now, we'll still talk about this social media age that we are in. Is it aiding or inhibiting networking as it should be? We'll talk about that aside. But, another person, somebody will say, hey, the cost of networking, is it not so huge that you are doing a training in just for 1 year? They will ask, how are you surviving? How is your business doing? Is it that you've been able to put a structure in your business that you can be absent for 1 year? Or are you doing your business? Or is there a cost to it? Are you definitely losing some money being in that place for 1 year? Is it that you are okay with that because of what? Maybe what you will get later. I mean, how have you been able to sustain yourself this 1 year? Doing this training and, of course, networking with these high caliber people. We understand that that relationship will yield to something in future as you are deliberately doing it. But how have you been able to? Is there a cost to networking?
Okay, see, I will take it as aspect. One, before before I came to,
in addition, when you started with your story of Omagege, you bought someone 300 books. It's not cheap. That's cost of networking. It's not cheap. How are you able to afford this cost? Staying out of your business for 1 year, buying somebody 300 books, you are giving gifts to everybody in your class. How are you able to? Yeah. I just wanted you to. Thank you.
So I am into network marketing. I am into network marketing. The reason I got into network marketing is, I'll tell you the reason I left banking to go into marketing, and I will tell you the reason why I'm still in networking today. Now, when I was in bank, I was branch of my bank, and I had a huge transaction where I brought an entire institute account into the school. I brought in a local account into the school, very huge account. As the branch manager of that branch, and I realized that my colleague branch manager in two other branches now made losses consecutively in those 3 months where I was flying so high, because we are on the same level, same rank, the same grade. We continuously earn the same salary those 3 months, which means there was no immediate reward effort apart from commendation. So I told myself that there has to be another way. There has to be another method where You are rewarded based on your what you feed in is what you get out to be another system. And that was how the idea of multi-level marketing came into place. And what has sustained me in this business to date? Why have I continuously believed in this system? Why am I still doing this to date? I'll tell you. There is something called the principle of time compression. The principle of time compression. Multi-level marketing, for instance. Let me narrow it to real estate now. I know there's some form of network marketing in real estate where you bring in, let's assume that I bring in 10 people into, I introduce 10 persons to your company, Mr. Debo, and they sell. I was going to introduce them directly to your company. Let's assume you make payment 3 levels deep. Let's just do only just 3 levels deep. Let's assume you make payment 3 levels deep to people that I refer to your company. And I bring in 10 guys, 10 of them. And let's say for those 10 guys I bring in, for whatever they sell, you pay me 3%. Now, these 10 guys, they bring in their own 10 guys. For whatever these second 10 guys they sell, I get 2%. For instance, 10 guys, they bring in their own 10 guys. And whatever this third level they sell, I get 1%.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you understand? Now, I now have 10 by 10 by 10. That's how many?
That's 30.
10, bring in 10. Those 10, bring in their 10.
Wow, 10
then let's just assume
that's a lot.
that
That's like almost 1 million.
That's more than 30.
No,
That's
like 100 bringing their 10. That's 1,000. That's 1,000. 1,110. You know.
Now, see the idea.
Yeah.
See the idea. Let's I just bring these 10 people.
Yeah.
The 10 bring in their own 10. That 10 bring in 10. You're seeing the numbers already. Let's look at that 3 levels only. Now, let's assume the first 10, from the first 10, 5 of them sell.
Okay.
They sell, I'm earning. From the next 10, from them say I'm earning. From the other 10, they said, and I'm earning. Let's assume I'm earning.
Yeah.
I'm earning from their sales is, let's say, 30% all joined together. Even though I'm making sales myself, I'm not making sales myself. If the first 10 people decide to put in 4 hours every day in making sales for your company, it means the first they are doing 10 people times how many hours? 4 hours every day. That is 4 hours
of course.
Also, the next 10, if they put in 2 hours every day, for instance, that is 20 hours. If the next 10 put in, let's say they put in 2 hours every day, another 20 hours. If you add all these hours, you will see that a team that is putting in at times 100 hours a day. Putting in 100 hours a day in a 24-hour day.
Yeah. Compounding. Yeah.
You're seeing it now. Yes. So I will definitely make money. Definitely make money. It's called the principle of time compression. Because if you're not leveraging, you're working too hard. Not leveraging your work hard. So that was what has kept me in this business. Now, taking this to your question of how have I been in NIPS for since January, and I am still there till October, going to November. I am paying my bills. By the way, I paid for this course, I paid
8 million.
Yes. In fact, this question you ask me now, most son, they are surprised.
Hello.
For
Hello.
them,
I think you hung for a short while.
Yes.
Okay. So you said people are surprised,
them,
okay?
But for the policemen that are here, the police commission paid for them. For those from the ministry, the ministry paid for them. Yeah, and they are still earning their salary every month. I pay for myself, and I'm here. There's no salary, and I'm surviving. And they're even
they're giving everybody gifts.
Understand? That is because in 4 years, I built a team of about 30,000 persons in a business. And in that business, I brought in only 6 people. Personally.
I get you.
Do you understand? So that's you know, while I was here, when the Muslims did the last fast, this Muslim, they sent a message to the WhatsApp group, and they said all the Christians should join them for the fast, breaking of the fast. Now, there's a product I market that helps with detoxification. So when they say come from our fast, they love to eat and drink, and get God to me. I took a box of that product to that place. After we all finished it, what did I do? I opened it and gave everybody one sachet. By the next month, what happened? Everybody were all going to free themselves in the toilet. And they're calling me, Dr. Moko, that you gave to me. How do I said I'm not getting it. I sold one bus, I sold for 50,000. And the profit for one bus was 50,000. Do you understand? So I am always selling. Always, I am either selling this supplement, selling that one. So I've always survived. I've always had more than enough. I tell people that, see, when you get into business, you have your WhatsApp status. What are you doing with it? 24 hours status every day, and you leave WhatsApp status empty. People don't even know what you do for a living.
So if I get you,
you have a car, and the boot of your car is always empty. You just drive around, boot of your car empty. You're not selling anything. You know, the clothes you're wearing now is
of course.
Bought from. It's your lovely from somebody. A lot when everybody you buy from, make a mark of you.
True.
So you buy A, you buy B, you buy C, you buy D, you buy E, you buy F. You are always buying, and people are always making margin off you. What are you selling? What margin are you getting from people? Because it does not just end connecting with people. How do you exchange this connection for value?
Fantastic. Let me take you in another direction. Right. So most of what you've talked about are more like physical, personal networking. How can we use the tools of this age, the internet, social media? Is it that it has come to slow down our ability to be able to interact on network? Because a lot of people say these days that people are always on their phones, they are not talking to people, they are not connecting, and all of that. I mean, do you see how we can use even the internet, social media, and all of that to be able to help our game in terms of networking with people? Or, I mean, do you have experiences to share on how you use it, for example?
Okay, one. Every day, to start with, I deliberately and intentionally post content that will be up.
I saw the one you featured in our group yesterday, or was it this morning even? The one about coffee coming from the cup.
Yeah. Those ones I even drop in groups once in a while. But you see my Instagram, my Facebook, my LinkedIn is every. So that was how I built a followership of about 37,000 followers on Instagram.
By dropping every day. That will help people.
Yes, every day. Yes. So people go to my state, I put something on my state, and I see 1,000 views. Because people want to see what has it posted today. On Facebook, they want people put my account favorite so that whenever I post, they are notified.
Wow.
Getting value. Now, the second thing I do is that I try as much as possible to be generous with my social media platforms.
How do you mean?
It doesn't cost me anything. Try to be as generous as possible. So every day, Facebook gives me notification of who is celebrating birthday. Every day, social media will remind me of whose birthday it is today. So when that notification comes, most of this I only use the word. I think the most common word I've used today is unintentional. So I'm very deliberate and intentional about this thing. So I open my phone and I check the notification. Who are those celebrating birthdays today? And I scroll. And I just go through the name. I see the ones I know very well. But I read them. I see people that maybe I became friends with some years ago. I don't know what they are friends. I another opportunity from table delete them to unfriend them. I unfriend them to create space for these new friends because so many years ago I've had 5,000 friends. So people now follow me. Do you understand? So there's a way you celebrate your birthday once in a year. When somebody posts that on Facebook to say happy birthday with your picture. If I'm your friend, I don't even need to request your picture before I get it. I cannot go there, pick a picture, and just celebrate. People feel so elated, so happy, and it doesn't cost me anything. It doesn't cost me anything to do, but I get a response. Oh, Dr. Mukoro, thank you so much. thank you. Oh, God bless you for remembering me. I didn't remember them.
I reminded you.
I reminded. Yes. Understand? So, how generous are you with your social handle? And again, whatever business you do, I always say that don't hesitate to tell your story. Don't wait for people to tell your story. If you wait for people to tell your story, two things will happen. They might never tell your story. Number two, even those that might want to distort your story, they might not tell the truth. So I don't wait for anybody. I tell my stories myself. When I did the short course, when I did the short course tips, March last year, immediately I finished. The day I graduated, I went to LinkedIn. I updated my status. I went to updated my status. I posted it everywhere. Do you understand? Don't so always, because people must know what you do. You understand? If they don't know the value, if they don't know what you do, and they don't know the value you bring to the table, they won't connect with you. They won't contact you. Then social media also should be you can use it to position yourself in the marketplace. Perception is very powerful. Perception is powerful. The way, when we were in when I was in your class doing your real estate course, there was something you taught us that was I learned for the first time when you said, who is an expert? I saw it from that perspective for the very first time. And it's so true. Who is an expert? It is that person that put themselves out there. Then you said, once you put yourself, don't just put yourself out there. Once you put yourself out there, feel the burden that you've put yourself out there. And with that burden, go and prepare for what come. So when you prepare, questions start coming. This thing you posted in this area, what, do you know when I was sometime last year, yes, I just needed some funds. And I said, what gets to raise money? I don't need I needed some big money. And I said, I live in Lekki now. The best way to raise money, let me do something in the real estate industry. I began to put houses. And there was this lady, Madam Mushe, who got me to one sales team, Ushe Amatoku. So I called her and I said, I have made some posts out there that I wanted to just get some familiarity with documentation. Because I told her that with what I have posted, in fact, I have a client that was going to be the next day, and I know that some questions come. Said, oh, she was going for a road walk, and I said, yes, just give me 20 minutes. She came up to 9:30 in the night. I hooked up with her on Zoom, and we went through documentation for just 20-30 minutes. And that was the day I got clarity on C of O and governor's consent. And there was this property for 160 million. I've put out there. Now, when this guy called me, the first question they asked me was that, what title? I said, governor's consent. And he said, why now? Now he was thinking it's because I had discussed
you were just a form from class.
If way I explained,
we almost give you SAN.
Oh God. If you see the way I explained this concept to this man, if you were standing there, you would think I was a lecturer of real estate renowned university. But guess what? What if I didn't go through that session with Uche and this man asked this question and I couldn't give him an answer? Now, do you know that I bought that land 160 million, bought that property 160 million?
Wow.
He bought it, yes. I told you.
Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, I think I remember.
Yes. The man even came in your school now. That day I left.
That day, by the time you came back, you now you dialed for people. I remember the next time you came to class, you just celebrated. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Debo said an expert is that person that puts himself out there. Then when you put yourself out there, prepare because questions will come. You don't need to be in that area for 10, 15, 20 years before you see yourself as an expert. So from that. So the strategies of networking, there is no business.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Maybe one or two last questions before we round up. Now, there are those people who believe that I'm an introvert. I don't know how to network. I don't know how to meet people. You are even saying that don't just meet people now, connect with them. You've even heightened my problem. My problem already is how to even meet people. I'm an introvert. I'm a shy person. How do you suggest to people who think they are introverted, they are shy, how do you suggest to them to network? What strategy? Because it's from all that we've said and we've been discussing, it's clear that you either network or you die. Or you either network or be limited in life. Don't let us say you die, but you'll be limited in life. Because wherever you are going, you need people to take you there. And the more quality people you know, the faster you arrive there. And like you said, you don't even know how qualitative anybody is. So what it means is, by basic principles, you just network with a lot of people that are going in a particular direction. So if I'm shy and I'm introverted, how do I overcome that? Or do you have suggestions or strategies for me that I can use to network?
Okay. Networking is not noise making. It's not about being an introvert or an extrovert. See, there's a powerful tool in networking that people don't even make use of. Listening is very powerful.
Yeah.
Listening is very. Do you know there are people that just hunger to be heard?
Pretty and
they just want to be heard. There used to be one honorable member in the Delta State House of Assembly in those days. When people talk about him, they will always say that guy. Oh, they will call it. They will say, "You see that guy? No matter what you take to him, he will always listen to you." Empathy. The ability to put yourself in another person's shoes.
I get you.
Do you understand? So be an introvert and be very empathetic to people's situation. Do you know when you meet people and you are able to ask them questions and they are talking and you are listening with genuine interest, That's another level of connection.
Exactly.
Of connecting.
Exactly.
When people are genuinely interested in them.
They get you perfectly.
Do you understand? So you don't need to be a loud person. You don't need to be, you don't need to be loud. You can be an intro. As far as you are deliberate and intentional. Me, I can befriend anybody I want to befriend. If I look, yes, anybody. I went during our graduation in Lagos Business School. The past MDC of Echo Bank.
Okay.
Was the keynote speaker. The guy spoke so wonderfully well. I was very impressed. And I told myself, I want to be friends with this guy. I bought books.
It's as if you're a bookkeeper, this guy. Is there any reason you use books to penetrate your target? Yeah.
I'll tell you. These books I buy. See my snap now.
Yeah.
So I put this stamp on all the books. My name, my phone number, and what I do is there. So if I'm giving out 10,000 books, my name, my phone number, they are all in that book. Yes. So you can imagine. So I go anywhere and I say my name is John Mukuru. I'll be like, John Mukuru, that name is popular, sounds familiar. There are still people that come to me and say, you gave me this book 10 years ago. You gave me this book 12 years ago. You gave me this book 15 years ago. Why do I give books? If I give you a book, Mr. Debo, you will read that book. The worst that will happen, even if you don't read that book, let's even assume you misplace that book or somebody picks up that book. That person will read that book. You understand? Because I have come to a level where, people do their best with the best of what they know. Meaning that if they know better, they will do better.
Yeah.
Come to me and say, see what this man did. See what this man did. For what? And I say, if he knows
do better. Finish your story on the Echo Bank former MD.
Yes. So I didn't even know where Echo Bank head office was. Yes. So then I found out that it was in that VR after Oriental Hotel. Just go forward. They have this big by the right there. Before that head office. And I went with this one I bought 250 books. The leader who has not typed Robin Sharma, 250 copies. Stamped by all of them. And I went to meet the area.
As in, you didn't connect with him when he spoke. You just went straight to it.
No.
So you went to his office. Okay. Tell us.
Yeah. My name is John Mukuru. 2 weeks ago,
you were the gain access to him in the office, is what I'm saying. If you didn't connect, you didn't book any appointment, you just went with books. I was
in banker for
you were
for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah. For 10 years. So I know a lot of bankers. I knew 3 bankers, my friends in that head office. So I'm coming to see your MD. My MD for what? And I said, I want to do that. And that was, maybe I got there, somebody want to see you. And that was how I got to see him. And I met him and I said, I was doing an evaluation in Lagos Business School. Hearing that I was one of the graduates, of course, he was impressed first.
Yes.
And then I told him that I was with the keynote address. I learned a lot. I gave him some of these things, and I said, I just want to give back for all you gave us that day. And I brought this book, give to all your managers. Note that all my name and phone numbers are there.
Now, flyer.
Some of the things come meet it today. And that was how I connected with this man. We became friends, good friends. Do you understand? If I was to go there with a training proposal to say, I'm a trainer, I want to even, if I said I want to even see the HRO, my training proposal will be there will be among about 400 files or proposals. Do you understand? 250 books. That is 250K now. For each of the books. Because I go to somewhere to go and buy my books. Do you understand what I'm saying? But what is that? When I finish from EDC, on the day of, I was in SEM 45. Yes. 4 years ago, they said before the graduation, before we do final graduation, EDC is
of course,
Pan-Atlantic University. They said before the final graduation that we'll pass the paper around, and you will write the name of that person, that one person that has hired you in this class. That one person that you just feel that even if you didn't learn anything in this class, you are happy you connected to this woman. That one person. Write that name.
Now you go be president.
People began to write names.
Now you go be president now.
It's not about president. This 6 months was over.
I know. I know what you talk. Continue.
33 names. I remember the third position was 5 votes. The second position was 7 votes. And the first position was about 49
It was yourself. And that's why I mean that you are the president now. Then I go win that kind of in that class.
So now I was asking myself, what? I didn't do anything. So I have come to see it as
you have come to life. That's why you are not seeing it as anything. For 49 people to write out of, let's say, about 60 people, to say that you are the one impacted them, you've done something.
I remember a lady coming to say, John Mukuru, you are a bad guy. And I said, what happened? He said, how do you make 40 people believe that you are their best friends? You believe as he believes I'm his best friend. He believes you understand? Is the ability to be able to pay attention and be present with those different people at different times. It's not about how many hours you spend with somebody. Even if it's finished, what impact were you present? So when I tell people that when I'm driving and I see someone that has the tire goes off, and I say that this tire is not just pull out of this car.
Give me signal.
Before the tire, yes, but the man was not present. In one of my counseling sessions, I told the man that a woman does not just say she just woke up and got back out of the house.
Of course.
It's a lie. No woman up and tax out of it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? One big problem we have in association today is that we are not always present. We are there, but we are not always present. Do you understand? So when you are present with people and they can feel and connect with you, it goes a long way.
True.
I think if we don't end from this session, we should take away the fact that from today, we should connect with people at a deeper level and not just meet, because we meet people every day.
Exactly. In fact, man, thank you so much. Because if I leave you, we'll continue. But just to let people know that, this is what we are about, especially when it comes to the real estate space, School of Estate and Business. Maybe I should let them know now here that definitely we'll be looking at doing stuff together, and there is no way we won't have you on our faculty next year. And what you definitely be sharing with people will be what you are very good at. I mean, the same thing that we have shared, which is around networking. So people should watch out for that. I mean, he has attended our program, we referred to it during this class. If you're into real estate and you've not come to School of Estate, you are joking. Stop playing, man. Get real. I'm telling you, you're on a long thing. So if you really are concerned about your real estate business, you have it as very important and you want to go far, you need the right knowledge so that you don't mess yourself up out there in the marketplace. Okay, you need the right knowledge, and School of Estate and Business exists to provide you with that. We make bold to say that we are the #1 real estate training institution in Nigeria. If you want entrepreneurial training, business related training, not theory, in real estate, that is where to go. Name and mention that school anywhere in Nigeria. We may both to say that that is the #1. So want to see, you can go to our website, follow our social media handle at School of Estate or at School of Estate and Business, okay? And go to our website and everything. The number of our alumni are here. Thank you very much for joining. John, I want to say a very big thank you. Thank you so much for creating time out of this busy schedule of yours, especially knowing that you've been here for some time and sharing with people. I mean, my notebook is full. See, and me, I go use them. There's no way. My notebook is full, and because even if you know some things, there is a way that they just resonate, or you position it in another light, and you start to see another angle to it. There are a number of things that I've noted here that will be very useful, and I believe that those of us that have stayed this long, there are a number of notable things that you've taken that can benefit you. Look, if you are not networking, you are shortchanging yourself. That is the summary of this class. And you know how to network now better. When you connect, when you meet people, don't just meet with them. Connect with them. Okay. Thank you so much. We will host this. It will be on my handle so people can watch it and share with people that they think merits it or needs it. Thank you so much, John. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy your weekend. It's Friday, so go enjoy. Go network. Go connect with someone. Go meet some people and connect with them during this weekend. Cheers. Bye. Thanks, John. Bye. Signing out. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. So, oh wow. That was